Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. So earlier this week, I talked about the Kaspa web wallet being attacked. And in that video, I wanted to make another video describing the difference between a cold storage device and a hot wallet. And then also getting a little bit deeper into the seed phrase that is behind these wallets. So to begin, before we describe the differences between the two, we do have to understand the whole entire purpose of these wallets, and it's to store your seed phrase. Now, your seed phrase is the key that grants you access to all your funds. Your seed phrase is what is able to move your crypto. Your crypto is on the blockchain. It's in data centers and it's just in the blockchain. And all your wallet is doing is bringing an interface that allows you to view what is being stored in the data, but your seed phrase is what actually gives you access to it and allows you to move it around and control it. So the key are words, and it's secured typically with a BIP39 standard. This standard uses 2048 words, and they're usually randomly generated into 12 or 24 words depending on what you choose. The combination of words could be 2048 to the 12th power or 2048 to the 24th power. To put this in perspective, this is the amount of combinations that could exist with a 12-word seed phrase. And then the 24 words would, of course, be way higher than this number right here. So the chances of guessing a 12-word seed phrase on your own without using any types of tools is basically a 1 in 20 sextillion chance. And then a 24 words would be a 1 in 17 with 42 zero chance for you to guess these words. Now, this is why it is typically impossible to try to brute force into a seed phrase unless the person was to know a few of the words. When you know no words at all, it is practically impossible to be able to guess someone's seed phrase out of the blue just because of the many different combinations that exist. So your seed phrase is very secure. And if you want to choose between 12 or 24 words, I used to really think that I need to use 24 just to have that extra layer of security. But honestly, when you're just looking at perspective and the numbers, 12 words would do you just as good almost than 24 words. And in my opinion, 24 words is a lot more to maintain and keep secure than 12 words. 12 words is a lot easier to possibly even just remember this in your head so you can have a brain wallet. So now that we understand what seed phrases are and how they're secured, we can now get into the differences between a hot wallet and a cold wallet. And the major difference that separates the two is how your seed phrase is generated. On a hot wallet, the seed phrase is generated with an internet connection. Typically, this means that when you generate that seed phrase, your seed phrase was exposed to the internet. So there is a possibility, a chance for some type of hack to get access to the seed phrase since it was available on the internet. Now, with a cold storage device, the seed phrase is never generated with the internet. It's usually generated on a separate hardware device that never connects to the internet and always stays on that hardware device and is never extracted from that secure element on the hardware device. Now, when it comes to the cost of hot wallets and cold wallets, you can see that a hot wallet is typically free. It's usually a free app on your phone. It could be an extension on a website, or it could just be an actual website itself, like the Kaspa web wallet. And then when it comes to a cold storage device, prices range from $50 all the way up to $250. Now, the most I've ever spent on a hardware wallet is the OneKey Classic wallet, which was around $90. But this was well worth it because it did allow an extra feature, which is connecting to your phone via Bluetooth. And another hardware wallet that I used to use was the Trezor wallet, and that came around at about $75, and that didn't even connect to my phone via Bluetooth at all. So typically I don't think spending any more than close to $100 for a hardware wallet is worth it. Anything over, I think, is just not worth it to simply hold your crypto offline in a cold storage device. Now, the benefits to hot wallets is that it's usually quick and easy. You don't have to possibly connect your wallet to a computer and make sure you put in a ton of different passwords, or have to make sure you have that hardware device with you at all times. It's very quick and easy. If you have an app on your phone, like for example the Caspian wallet, you just simply put a PIN code, or you can just use your Face ID and it allows you to log into your wallet. And if you want to send funds, again, you just put in your PIN code or your Face ID and you could send funds. When you have the cold storage device, usually you do not have this access to these funds on the go. And that's why cold storage devices are mainly meant for long-term storage, because you're typically not going to want to be using these funds anytime soon. They're meant to be put in there and just kept in a safe place so that you can hold them for a long time. Another major difference is the security differences, which hot wallets are more susceptible to malware and hackers. And this is because hot wallets are connected to the internet. So they are more susceptible to these, but it's still, again, very unlikely, simply because it is mostly due to user error, where you may fall into some kind of security issue. So it is best to make sure that you're having common online security practices, like preventing from downloading apps you don't know, going to websites you don't know about, or connecting to Wi-Fi routers that you have absolutely no idea about. So it will never be smart to be on a hot wallet looking at your crypto balance and being connected to a McDonald's Wi-Fi router. That is very unsafe, and it's very easy for someone to gain access to your phone and be able to look at your keystrokes if you were entering in your seed phrase, or possibly even see your device itself to somehow gain access to your seed phrase. So there's just a little bit more protection that you have to take for yourself when you're using a hot wallet. Now, it's nothing to really be super worried about, especially if you're someone that just uses the hot wallet to send the funds to it, and then that's pretty much it. You don't really use it after that. Then you're typically going to be okay as long as you keep that seed phrase safe. Your hot wallet is going to be just as secure as your seed phrase, because that is the key to get into your crypto. And the same goes for a cold storage device, but it is a lot less vulnerable to hackers and malware, just simply because that seed phrase, again, never connects to the internet. It's connected to a hard wallet device that is completely cold storage. And that seed phrase is to never leave that device itself. Another extra layer of security with hardware wallets, if we're looking at the one key here, for example, you can see that usually they come with an extra screen. And this is just in case your phone was to get malware and the attacker could somehow manipulate your screen to appear as if you are signing transactions that you're familiar with, but it ends up being that they're actually in the back end changing where it's actually going. Your hardware device will actually be a second layer of security by that screen telling you exactly where the transactions are going, and that's why it's just an extra layer of security. So I know people who have only used hot wallets pretty much their whole crypto journey and never had any issues, just simply because it's really just comes down to user error if you do have a security issue with your hot wallet. But just to be having the best layer of security, because you are self-custodying your funds and no one can help you if you do lose your funds, a cold storage device is the most recommended way to hold your crypto, especially if you're holding your crypto for a longer period of time. So I hope you understand the differences between a cold storage device and a hot wallet. And if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining my Patreon, where I do offer free Kaspa giveaways every single week on there, access to all my YouTube videos, and you get to talk to like-minded people like myself on there. So if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, don't be average, be different.